Okay, Retro Riders, before we jump in, I'll keep the toy box open. Hit like, subscribe, and share. Join us on all platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. All the links are in the description. We really want to build a safe community of like-minded people who share in our love of cartoons and toys.
This program is funded in part by coffee through the Patreon donations, and by the Insert Your Company Here Chuckleheads, and by contributions to your SRCT YouTube channel from, say it with me, viewers like you. Thank you.
Every follow gets us closer to that 1,000 follower milestone, and you could even get a shout out in the next episode.
So go ahead, make my day, punk. Click the buttons, join the fun, and keep those cartoon memories funded. Now hit my f***ing music!
Showtime synergy.
God, I love being a turtle!
Super Retro Cartoon Toy Box.
Hey everyone! Welcome to Super Retro Cartoon Toy Box. I'm Retro, your guide through the worlds of Saturday morning legends. And of course, with me is my ever-grumpy, brutally honest sidekick, Orson.
Grumpy? I prefer realistic.
Origins, Rankin Bass secrets, Japanese animation, and the voice actors who brought Third Earth to life.
Ooh, and the outtakes. Don't forget the motherfucking outtakes. Adult-themed voice actor shenanigans they hid for decades. Priceless. And I'll be honest, we're dealing with talking cats again. Anthropomorphic talking cats with swords fight a fugly mummy. Hey Retro, he's a fuglemy. Yup, that's our show today.
Fuglemy. This is gonna be a long show, isn't it? So, buckle up, talking cats and kittens. By the end of this deep dive, you'll know Third Earth better than Lion-O knows his Sword of Omens. And hey, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and tell us in the comments who's your favorite ThunderCat.
Yeah, and don't just talk. Share your weirdest toy memories, your rarest figures, or that one episode that made you cry at age 8. We want it all. Or we'll just end up ruining your childhood nostalgia, simps.
ThunderCats began with creator Tobin Ted Wolfe pitching a sci-fi fantasy about cat-like humanoids. Licensed through Leisure Concepts, it landed with producers Arthur Jr. and Jules Bass.
For 1985, something is going to take the country by storm. ThunderCats. ThunderCats, the exciting new weekday children's TV series, supported by one of the biggest marketing and merchandising programs of 1985. ThunderCats, a story in the superhero tradition where good triumphs over evil. ThunderCats, a mighty quintet endowed with both superhuman and super animal powers. Lion-O, the powerful young leader, fearlessly brave like the king of the jungle. Chitara, so swift she's seen as a blur in action. Panther, a master of the martial arts. Tigra, just like a chameleon. The leader of the evil mutants is Milkman. He's backed by the armies of the reptilians, the Jackalmen, and the Monkeymen. Both forces fight fiercely for the Eye of Thundera, embedded in the hilt of a mighty sword. It's the ThunderCats' source for power. But the ThunderCats' greatest power will be on TV. ThunderCats, a series 2.5 years in the making.
Oh, wow.
A series that has been kid-tested with overwhelming approval. A series with $15 million invested. 65 half-hour episodes in production. A series sold into the top 72 TV markets, reaching over 75% of U.S. homes. The highest clearance of any new syndicated series. A series with a 3-year guaranteed commitment from each station.
Okay!
It all kicks off in February '85 with a 1-hour special. But you won't just see ThunderCats on TV. They'll also be in the marketplace. A select array of products will bear the ThunderCat license. Each product is created by companies that lead their respective fields, ensuring an extensive lineup of quality products. As with lead licensing, LJN is committed to making ThunderCats a major toy success. Over $2 million has gone into the development and tooling of the ThunderCats, resulting in the most exciting, well-balanced line in LJN's history. Action figures, each with LJN's unique Battle-matic action. Incredible vehicles for both land and air. Action playsets, fully loaded with more features than ever before. The two lead action figures, Lion-O and Mum-Ra, will be ready to greet the public right after the February TV special airs. The rest of the line will be shipped well before the premiere of the fall series. LJN is supporting the ThunderCat line with $4 million in advertising, the largest single commitment for any product line in LJN's history. The ThunderCat line of toys from LJN. They're gonna create a storm, and every kid's gonna hear the thunder.
The show premiered in 1985 with 130 episodes across 4 seasons.
Translation, talking cat people. This show is about talking cat people. It's not the epic origin story everyone overcomplicates. Kids saw the show. Animation was done in Japan, business handled in LA, and people bought the toys. See? No drama.
Maybe, we'll have to see, but the Japanese studios, Topcraft, later Pacific Animation Corporation, or PAC, added fluid, cinematic action. Season 1's animation quality still holds up today.
Yeah, smooth punches, but they still reuse the same sword swing clip like 5 times each episode. Budget reality, folks.
And the music, Bernard Hoffer's orchestral score, unheard of for a weekday cartoon.
Or, in plain English, talking cat fights plus strings equals your mom still doesn't effing care.
Season 1 was a 65-episode marathon, a syndication strategy to dominate weekday airwaves. The serialized 5-part opener, Exodus Through the Unholy Alliance, introduced Lion-O, Tigra, Panthro, Chitara, Wily Kit, Wily Cat, and Snarf, plus villains Mum-Ra and the mutants.
65 episodes? That's not a season, that's a syndicated corporate dare. You basically carpet bomb kids' afternoons with 8 people.
Lion-O's rapid aging, a child in an adult body, created the show's coming-of-age core. And Jaga sacrifices himself early, guiding Lion-O as a spirit mentor.
Mentor, you say? Does Lucasfilm know about this turn of events? You decide.
Lion-O faces the anointment trials. Strength,
You're very strong, Lion-O. Because of you, Panthro.
Hell no, man. What the?
Shots fired! Shots fired!
speed,
That's the goal right there!
He's gone. He could go
That's the ball!
the way. 75 yards, hack by 10.
Tell me, you didn't just say that.
cunning, mind power, and evil. Learning responsibility, leadership, and courage. Mandatory moral of the week: don't lie, don't cheat.
Or a 3,000-year-old flugamy wizard will ruin your day. Exactly.
LJN released action figures and vehicles alongside the show. The Sword of Omens even had a battery-powered glowing eye of Thundera.
That Chitara figure, though? Oh, yeah. And boom! There went your childhood innocence.
Season 1 didn't just launch a cartoon. It created a mythology. Serialized storytelling, iconic voice acting, and a toy line that defined childhoods.
And the moral is, talking cats, mummies, and burbles, oh my, buy the...
Toy, yes, it's all about the toys. By 1986, ThunderCats was a full-blown phenomenon. The Rankin Bass crew and Pacific Animation Corporation pushed the limits of weekday animation. And with toy sales roaring, the saga had to evolve. Cue the biggest expansion yet, ThunderCats Ho!
Yeah, a 5-part TV movie. Or, as the toy execs called it, a 5-part commercial break.
Lion-O leads a daring rescue mission after discovering that more Thunderans survived the planet's destruction. Among them, Bengali, the master blacksmith,
ThunderCat Bengali.
Humaira, healer and fighter,
ThunderCat Humaira.
and Linkso, the blind elder with heightened senses.
ThunderCat Linkso.
New cats, new weapons, new action figures. You can practically hear the LJN saying, print the molds.
The specials production quality was impressive. PAX animation had cinematic motion, detailed backdrops, and dramatic lighting that rivaled Japanese anime. It gave the ThunderCats universe fresh life, while keeping its moral heart intact.
Sure, moral heart, massive explosions, and light up swords. Real spiritual growth there.
Still, ThunderCats HOOOOO wasn't all spectacle. It expanded the lore. The team wasn't just surviving anymore, they were rebuilding the legacy of Thundera.
Legacy's nice, but so's a hammer that shoots lasers.
After HOOOOO came the Lunatics, sinister invaders from the moons of Plundar. Led by Luna and her brute Amok, they were part tyrant, part freak show, each with unique powers, psychic traps, gravity weapons, ice blasts, and tech beyond belief.
Basically, if you dump the contents of the Dungeons & Dragons monster manual into space, you'd get these guys.
The Lunatics gave Mumra real competition. For the first time, the forces of evil weren't united. They were fighting each other, forcing Lion-O and company to think beyond brawn.
So yeah, chaos, betrayal, and every bad guy trying to beat Top Cat. Sounds like Brooklyn.
This arc showed the series maturing. More strategy, more emotional stakes. The heroes had to rely on teamwork and faith in their code of honor, not just the Sword of Omens.
And sometimes a very convenient Thunder Tank, Felina, Thunderclaw, Hovercat, or Thunderstrike. Cool names, but the mutants went hands down. They had the mighty Fist Hound. Oh, sometimes Orson, old boy, you're too much.
Man, what am I gonna do with you?
In the show's final stretch, the unthinkable happened. Thundera was reborn. New Thundera formed from the fragments of the original planet Thundera, which was destroyed by the Sword of Plundar. After centuries, these fragments began to concentrate and reform, held together by the ancient sorceress Jagera's invention, the mighty gyroscope, which provided the new gravity for the planet.
So, let me get this straight. The planet explodes, floats around for a few years, then just gets better? Must have been one hell of an insurance policy.
Jaga inadvertently caused the original planet's destruction by hiding the powerful Sword of Plundar in its core. The sword's power to escape caused planetary tremors that led to the planet's explosion. Many Thunderians survived by escaping before the explosion. The new planet, New Thundera, was about half the size of the original, but retained many of its features and inhabitants. The ThunderCats then returned to build a new society and a new base called its lair. The Return to Thundera arc closed the saga.
Nothing beats a jet-to holiday.
The ThunderCats left Third Earth to rebuild their civilization. Mumra followed, of course, dragging the ancient spirits of evil with him. Lion-O wasn't just a warrior now. He was a ruler learning to guide a reborn people. Yet the message was powerful. From exile to restoration, the ThunderCats' journey had come full circle.
Thunder! 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 ThunderCats!
New world order.
From exile to restoration, the ThunderCats' journey had come full circle. Hey there, Retro Riders! Quick break before we dive back into the nostalgia. But don't skip. This is how you help us keep the toy box open.
Translation, we gotta pay for more caffeine and editing software before Retro's voice gives out.
If you're enjoying the show, you can power up the channel by joining us across the Retroverse: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Discord. All the links are down below in the description.
Operators aren't standing by, but your thumbs are. So go hit follow, like, share, subscribe, and maybe even ring that bell so hard it echoes through time and space.
And if you'd like to help us keep creating deep dives like this, you can buy us a coffee over on Patreon. Every bit of support helps fuel more episodes, better research, and bigger projects.
Also, coffee. Definitely coffee.
When you join or shout us out on any of our socials, let us know. We'll give you the shout out you rightly deserve in an upcoming episode. Thank you for helping us grow the Toy Box. Our first goal is a baby step,
1,000 followers,
and every click gets us one step closer to that goal and more retro content.
So hit the buttons, join the chaos, and prove you're part of the Super Retro Cartoon Alliance.
All right, commercials over. Back to the nostalgia.
ThunderCats wasn't just animation. It was performance. We're pulling back the curtain on the voice cast who gave Third Earth its soul.
Yeah, meet the people that turned toy commercials into Shakespeare. With swearing.
Rankin Bass, famous for holiday specials, pivoted to epic cartoons. Partnering with Pacific Animation Corporation in Japan, ThunderCats got fluid action scenes and dramatic designs. Bernard Hoffer's sweeping score became as iconic as the Sword of Omens itself.
Let's be real. Rudolph walked, so Lino could roar.
Larry Kenney gave Lino authority, and if his voice sounds familiar, it's because he's also Sonny the Cuckoo Bird. Earl Hammond voiced both Aga and Mumra, sometimes in the same session. Lynn Lifton not only voiced Chitara, but originally both Wily twins, and Bob McFadden's Snarf was equal parts comic relief and unintentional meme.
Unintentional meme? Snarf was basically invented for that.
Some of the most famous moments weren't even meant to air. The cast's outtakes turned into legend, raw, uncensored, and hysterical. As Larry Kenney has explained, there was no internet in the 1980s, and the cast and crew assumed that these unscripted, raw moments would remain private. The recordings were seen as amusing to be shared at things like Christmas parties, not publicly broadcasted.
Your childhood heroes had potty mouths. They were eventually leaked to the public by a sound crew member, and they spread widely online in the early 2000s.
I remember hearing Larry Kenney as Lino once exploded at Snarf.
Shut up, you
I'm going to put this one right between her pretty.
Yep, that was the line of the show right there.
And then there's the iconic one, Panthro talking about a Samoflange.
And keep your foot off that blasted Samoflange.
What the fuck is a Samoflange?
A line so iconic, the 2011 reboot actually slipped a nod to it as an Easter egg.
You're standing on my Samoflange.
That's how you know you peaked, when your cussing makes it into canon.
And Panthro even dropped
Come here, mother.
mid-battle read, and Mumra went full perv.
I want to see your tits, my dear.
Oh yeah. Between the swearing, the improv, and the rage quits, the ThunderCats booth was as wild as Third Earth itself.
It's nice to see that between takes, the actors let loose. It's kind of endearing if you think about it. Profanity, improv, and jokes never meant for kids' cartoons. For years, these were bootleg treasures swapped at conventions. ThunderCats was more than animation. It was voice, music, and passion. A perfect storm that still echoes decades later.
And sometimes those echoes were four-letter words.
Shut up, you
ThunderCats didn't just vanish after the 80s. They clawed their way into games, live shows, collector shelves, and parodies that kept the roar alive long after the final episode. LJN's 1985 toy line kicked off the thunder. Battery-powered light-up eyes, spring arms, and life-size toy weapons made every kid feel like a hero of Third Earth.
So, basically, therapy in action figure form.
ThunderCats outlived its run through reruns, memes, and conventions. ThunderCats ho! Became a rallying cry across generations. From bedsheets to Funko Pops, the brand never really died.
And neither did the fan arguments about which cat was hottest. Spoiler, it wasn't Tiger.
ThunderCats left a legacy not just on TV, but in toy aisles and fan hearts. A legend born of plastic and myth.
And overpriced eBay listings. Until the batteries died, and your Lion-O started blinking like a dying smoke alarm.
The Cat's Lair playset was a centerpiece, and late-run figures like Bengali, Pumaira, and Linkso became collector grails. Modern companies like Mezco and Super 7 resurrected the line with their ultimate ThunderCats figures. Faithful sculpts, updated articulation, and retro-style packaging.
Nothing screams adult responsibility like spending rent money on a Lion-O you can't even open.
These modern waves proved the nostalgia never faded. ThunderCats stayed on the shelves and in the hearts of fans who grew up roaring, "Ho!"
And here's one you might have missed. The ThunderCats had a live stage show. Yup, actors in costumes, touring malls and venues, bringing Third Earth to kids in
Traffic
person.
and adventure with the high-flying Silverhawk. See Gumby and Pokey. Music and excitement with the dancing street frogs. Your family will love the amazing ThunderCats, the fun-loving Karate Cat, the high-flying space-age Silverhawk. Don't miss ThunderCats Live, now through October 11th, only at Madison Square Garden. Tickets now at the Garden Box Office, Ticketron, and Teletron.
It was campy, loud, and pure 80s marketing. But to fans who saw it live, it was magic. ThunderCats in the flesh. Or is it fur?
In foam rubber and bad lighting.
It was at this moment that he knew.
The most incredible family experience is coming to you.
This is the best show that I've seen in 5 years.
The favorites of 3 generations meet today's hottest superheroes. Gumby and Pokey with the ThunderCats.
Just simply was great.
In person and on the giant screen. An adventure of sight and sound.
I would recommend it to anyone.
Shake hands with Gumby, Lion-O, and their friends after every show. Experience Gumby and Pokey starring in ThunderCats Live, a big screen presentation. January 15th through 18th and 22nd through 24th at the Auditorium Theater. Tickets at the box office, Ticketron, or charged by phone.
Budget cosplay before Comic-Con was cool. Imagine Mom Ra in wannabe Party City bandages, chasing Lion-O past the Orange Julius.
In 1987, Elite Systems launched ThunderCats: The Lost Eye of Thundera for the Commodore 64, Amstrad CPC, and ZX Spectrum, later ported to Amiga and Atari ST. Lion-O charged across 14 side-scrolling stages to reclaim the Eye of Thundera from Murmra.
Lion-O's main move? Swing sword, miss jump, die. Repeat until you cry. Wait 5 minutes for the cassette to reload. Peak 80s gaming.
True. Elite reportedly reskinned an unfinished title called Wolf from Gargoyle Games to fast-track the release once they got the ThunderCats license. Classic 80s game industry hustle.
Corporate Alchemy 101. Take random pixels and Lion-O, ship it.
It was the only official ThunderCats game for decades. A cult favorite remembered more for its challenge and music than smooth gameplay.
Yeah, challenge, as in, why is the hitbox in another zip code?
Then, 25 years later, ThunderCats returned to gaming with ThunderCats on the Nintendo DS in 2012. Developed by Aspect Co. and published by Namco Bandai, it tied directly into the 2011 reboot series.
2D side-scrolling combat, anime cutscenes, and assist summons from Tigra, Chitara, and Panthro. All the ingredients for something awesome that critics probably tore to shreds.
Yeah, reviews called it short and repetitive, but for fans it was still a chance to wield the Sword of Omens on a modern screen.
Hey, at least it didn't come on a floppy disk.
From 8-bit pixels to handheld screens, ThunderCats has clawed its way through gaming's evolution. Not perfect, but undeniably part of its legacy. And the roar never really stopped. Fans love seeing their heroes digitized. Decades later, fans built their own ThunderCats mods and ROM hacks, keeping the pixel legacy alive.
Coming soon! ThunderCats Go! Yoo-hoo! Now with 90% more cursing. It's like GTA, but on Third Earth.
Even without a modern AAA game, the franchise remains one of those just waiting for a revival properties. Every time someone remakes a He-Man title, ThunderCats fans start chanting, "Ho!" in the comments. ThunderCats has been parodied, roasted, and memed for decades. Proof the roar never really stopped echoing. In 2007, Robot Chicken aired multiple ThunderCats sketches, the most famous being Mumra is Mrs. Mumbletebeg and Nothing But Animals. Both reimagined Third Earth with the usual chaotic humor.
Lion-O and crew thrown into absurd adult situations that only Seth Green could dream up.
A Fuglummy as Mrs. Doubtfire. That masturbating alone. That's Emmy-level art right there.
Oh my God! He's getting away.
Nothing says cultural impact like a robot chicken skit where Fuglummy moonlights as a talking cat sitter.
Oh, Snarf, even in death, you've saved the ThunderCats. We'll never forget you.
On the other hand, that thing is really ugly. Ugh.
Mad TV got in on the act too, with its animated segment, ThunderCats, blending the team's heroics with early internet meme culture, a wild mashup of 80s nostalgia and keyboard cat chaos.
The circle of life, ladies and gents.
Even Family Guy has thrown in cutaway gags referencing ThunderCats, from Lion-O cameos to quick jokes about the Sword of Omens. And according to fan sources, some sketches even brought back the original voice actors for cameos.
The Stewie multiverse, Lion-O's midlife crisis, pop culture therapy sessions for everyone.
Today, ThunderCats is a living myth. The franchise still roars across generations. In 2008-2009, Warner Brothers were in the process of creating an animated film based on ThunderCats. A 2-minute test scene was filmed and presented to Warner Brothers. They greenlit the 2011 series instead.
Thank goodness for small favors.
ThunderCats! That hurt, Sly?
Yes, it did, Lion-O, and I've learned my lesson.
Good.
In March 2021, it was announced that Warner Brothers was once more actively developing a live-action ThunderCats film with Autumn Wingard attached to direct.
As of this recording, we ain't heard shit about a movie. Thank God that CGI crap was shelved. I don't think I ever want to see an emo or scene version of Lion-O ever again. But the 2011 reboot would have smacked on the big screen, I tell ya.
This is dedicated, as always, to you, the fandom, for keeping the ThunderCats memories alive.
And people still argue who's hotter, Chitara or Pumaira. Spoiler, still not Tigra. So for you sickos who fantasized about Chitara or Lion-O, just remember, even talking cats have rough bob tongues. Sorry, not sorry, numbnuts. You're welcome.
God help me.
Collectors cherish their figures like artifacts. Younger fans discover the 2011 series through streaming, and everyone still quotes, "What the fuck is a Samoflange?"
ThunderCats, the only cartoon where outtakes became folklore.
For nearly 38 years, ThunderCats has endured because it's more than a cartoon. It's a bond between eras, fandoms, and kids who never stopped believing in heroes with fur and heart.
Yeah, you meant to say talking cat people heroes with fur and merch receipts.
Thanks for joining us for this journey through ThunderCats history. Like, subscribe, and join our TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or Discord for more retro deep dives.
And remember, Mandora the Evil Chaser is always watching, so hit that bell before she hits you. You know what? She was the hottest. Now I want to do something bad for her to show up. And no, we're not acknowledging or talking about ThunderCats Raw. Damn stupid motherfucking...
Thanks for joining us on this legendary journey through ThunderCats. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and join our Patreon and Discord for more retro deep dives.
And if you don't subscribe, well, the Fuglummy is gonna haunt your toy shelf.
That's a wrap on today's retro ride to the past. Keep your toys close and your cartoon memories legendary. We'll see you in the next Super Retro Cartoon Toy Box.
Stay retro.
I want to see your smile.
Copyright information disclaimer. All the ThunderCats characters and the distinctive likenesses thereof depicted in this video essay are trademarks and copyrights of WB Entertainment. This video essay is in no way associated with them, nor sponsored by its producers. The information collected here, including but not limited to character biographies, episode descriptions, quotes, and images, has been submitted for informational and archival purposes. The views expressed are not representative of the previously mentioned companies. This video features copyrighted material that is used under the fair use provisions of U.S. copyright law under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 for the purpose of commentary or criticism. All rights to the original material belong to their respective copyright owners. The use of this material is for educational and non-commercial purposes only. No copyright infringement is intended.